So, what is presence oriented psychotherapy is hard to say because a lot of the work is really oriented in this inner journey that we take over the 2 years to really get a taste and a flavor of what is presence. And of course, to come into this space of presence, which is more a non conceptual kind of like knowing, um, to come into that space, mindfulness becomes the key, the core practice that we do. So, as a therapist, as someone working with other people, a big emphasis of this modality, of this training, of this course is on the self of the therapist. So, really turning our attention towards the presence of the therapist and how, as the therapist, we can meet ourselves, meet what is showing up for us from really this unconditioned space of presence. The other aspect of the course of the training is where the main emphasis is on the relational space. And as we enter into this relational space between client and therapist, bringing that sense of presence in that relationality, we are really practicing skills of attunement, of resonance, and a lot of the work in presence is in the field of resonance. So, really understanding what's happening within, what's happening as we're listening to the client, what are our own attachment patterns coming up, and how do we meet that in that relational space. It's also about how the client is meeting themselves and what is arising for themselves, and what is that relational space that they are holding within themselves. And as therapists, as we are accompanying them, how can we accompany them and how can we support that whole process for the other person? And a third aspect of the training and the course is really about really this kind of supporting the client to come into presence. Because most of the work, most of this therapeutic work is in the here and now. It is with what we are present to, and engaging with it in a very, very alive and in a very fluid fashion. So it is as things are engaging, arising, we are meeting it and also supporting it from also a therapeutic point of view, but really listening and really attuning to what is the movement that is attempted by the client's body mind, by the client's intelligence, the inner intelligence and knowing of the client. And how can we support that so the client can really come into their own sense of wholeness and a sense of wholeness. So it's a very non-diagnostic, non-pathological kind of way of working with any kind of with any person. And the view that we are holding is that you're okay as you are. And so we're really working with that okayness and really meeting what is arising uh, as this knot or this difficulty, and really meeting that difficulty from a sense of wholeness. So really a big part of this is the work that we do, each of us does on ourselves, and really developing this capacity to be with the other in this way. So that's all that I'd like to share about just an overview of the course of what we do, what we learn in the training. And it's over 2 years, so that really there is a deepening, there's a slow assimilation of what we are doing. Each course is, each module building on the previous module. And so that's how it goes. And a lot of it is more experiential learning,